yo. So a bunch of, it's a lot of clowns and culture vultures at the Durk trial, man. But I keep telling y'all, we just had this conversation earlier about the federal government. Just had this conversation. We've had this conversation a million times. But more recent, we had this conversation earlier about the federal government and how I told y'all, be careful what you believe coming from them. They got a habit of twisting the truth. Got a habit of twisting the truth. Stay the fuck away from Trap Lord Ross. That boy dangerous. For some reason the algorithm just gave me 3-4 videos back to back. Trap Lord Ross covering Durk, and I ain't like none of it. What's up, Sunshine? We clear? I ain't like none of it. I ain't like the words he was using. I still don't like his voice. I think so far he's doing horrible coverage. Him and Sadie Nash. Say Nash covers is all over the place. But the reason I went live is because the federal government, y'all, had 30 conversations with OTF James. 30 conversations. You wouldn't believe how many was recorded. And I was telling y'all that these people, cursed witnesses, you don't think no coercion went on? To meet 30 times and only record 3. Y'all don't think it was some coercion in there? Listen, hold on, listen to him. Hold on. God dang.
Boy did not hear on day 3 of the Durk trial. The defensive strategy is to say that Vonnie, who happens to be, what's up? Bishop Boyd did not hear on day 3 of the Durk trial. The defensive strategy is to say that Vonnie, who happens to be King Von's cousin, set up Durk by using his credit card and making it look like there was an unalivement for hire. They also are pointing that Vonnie might have been, jealous or felt some type of way by the OTF family and Lil Durk using King Von's death to sell music and so forth. Also explosive. According to the defense, Jam actually met with the feds over 30 times, and only 3 of those times are recorded. He's expected to testify. Now, Brown Eyes has already pled guilty to the unalivement. He has not been sentenced, and I feel like Brown Eyes might actually be the defense's rebuttal witness to discredit Jam and others that are pointing fingers at Lil Durk.
I think he mean Flocka. Flocka's supposed to be cooperating too, not Brown Eyes. They don't really know about the case. Yo, but 30 times? Only recorded 3? I can just imagine the information they gave. I mean, all we can do is imagine. There's only 3 recorded. Hey, I told y'all, man, these motherfuckers are masters at lying. That's why you gotta be careful about this process. All these bloggers reading things in the paperwork and delivering it to millions as facts. Meanwhile, they were just allegations. And the allegations is based around their understanding of the story or how they want to shape the story. It don't necessarily mean that it's true. 30 times is crazy, y'all. This whole testimony shouldn't be taken serious. If I was a juror, that's like, yo, if we met 30 times and only 3 is recorded, man, that nigga lying. Oh, for real. Shit, I might even question that he was even a shoot. For real, I don't even know if that's the truth. Nigga lie about everything else.
What's up, Bishop Boy?
Openings. All right, man. Live from the Little Durk trial, man, here at the Fed building, and we've been tough. I hope.
Now CSI said he is all over the place. I don't even know why he there. Like his knowledge of law is not even good enough to even, do anything like this. But that's just what he had to say anyway.
Bunch of lies. So let me get to my notes. Y'all know we're gonna do notes out here and everything. So Durk didn't have Drew. He didn't have Brian. He didn't have any of that. He had none of those individuals do his opening statement. He had Marissa Goldberg, and the way that she crafted it, she already exposed that the feds were lying about the text messages. So when you say don't book no fights with my name on it, that wasn't even about nothing about LA. That was about some shows and some other shit. And she said,
what I tell you, I say, that shit could be anything, yo. Just like they lied about the text messages that Poser got sent to Durk. You find out that there's no context to it. The text messages of that when Quando Rondo Poser got shot at in Georgia. And all these messages, you find out that there was no context to none of the messages. All they got is screenshots. They don't even know if Durk actually even ever seen the message. Now, people gonna learn one day. The problem is all these niggas working, so they gonna continue to mislead. But over here, I try to stick to the truth and how I know this system to operate. And I think I got a very good understanding on how this system operates. When they want you, they would lie, they would make up shit, they would coerce witnesses, they would do all of that, man. And I think a lot of that went on in this case. Sound like to me, Vonnie did it. That fucking Trenches News had a good point. He was wearing them Vonnie did his shirts. That's what it sounded like to me. All evidence point to Vonnie.
what sense does it make for him to book it anyways? What got revealed is that.
And that's another thing too. When everybody was saying Vonnie telling, I said, yo, it ain't just about him telling. It's about what is he gonna say. Vonnie can get up that bitch and say, yo, I did everything and Durk ain't no nothing. Or he can get up that bitch and say, I did everything and Durk knew everything that was going on. But how many other statements did he make? See, it's a lot that goes into establishing guilt. These bloggers never explain it to people like that. They make it seem like it's just cut and dry. It's never that. Not when you're dealing with snitches. Them niggas give multiple interviews, multiple statements. Then you got the police on one hand. They record interviews, don't record others. Yo, it be a lot of fuck shit going on.
Vonnie is the mastermind. Kayvon Grant is the 100% mastermind of all this shit. Him and Jam, they turned snitching. And it's crazy because they admit that the day before, the early morning, they had the location on Quando Rondo, Jam and Jam and Vonnie. And what ends up happening is they decide not to. So what happens is we find out that your boy Jam, his mouth don't stop working. That boy done operated and cooperated in over 30 cases. So you have that.
I think he got it wrong because he don't understand law. I think what he's speaking about is the fact that Jam got interviewed over 30 times, not cooperated in 30 cases. That's why we don't need niggas like him up there. But this is where a lot of people gonna get the information from, and if they don't got somebody like me to explain, people gonna be running with that shit. Now he probably cooperated before. Niggas don't just snitch once. But in this sense, he's talking about the fact that he got interviewed 30 times.
You have Kayvon Grant being the one who did all the drilling and all the setting up. He's the one who did the black shear shooting and all that, who's saying, hey, basically, bruh, check this one out. I got something for y'all. I know how to do the stolen cars. I know how to get the guns. I know how to get the stats. I know how to do all of that stuff. So you have that. And the way that he told on Lil Durk was simple. It wasn't no, hey, bruh, Durk told me to do this, Durk told me to do that. No, he gave the feds a breadcrumb, and the breadcrumb was simply this. Hey, how this happened? Check the credit cards. So that's why the credit cards became so goddamn. But what they did reveal today was that, hey man, he had access to them dang credit cards because they were under what's called astronaut sounds. So he had access because of his little shit and everything that he had going on. It was not what they try to portray. So the feds, we didn't get to hear their opening statement. So you had to check on Trap Boy Ross for that. He got into the courtroom. It was crazy, bro. It was.
I told y'all though, the credit cards ain't mean nothing. Y'all know I've been saying that credit cards isn't strong evidence, man. We need concrete evidence. So we talking about life in prison. Now this still the beginning. But what it sounds like to me right now is the defense is carrying the day from the information that already came out. Don't sound like they got too much evidence that Durk did anything. Look like all the evidence point to Vonnie. And now you got Vonnie. Now you got Vonnie back against the wall. And I told y'all about a person with their back against the wall. They didn't say anything. God damn it. Not bad, y'all. Like this. Didn't say anything. Don't trust them.
A lot of people.
Wonder how many times Vonnie got interviewed.
With Durk's family, a lot of media who just decided to do whatever they want to do. That's on the feds to do. But they say basically that Durk's family and everybody was already in California. I'm not gonna say where Durk lived or anything like that, but you won't see any money. There's no money evidence, no bounty, no reward, and yeah. And then D-Ski's lawyer came out, bro, and I ain't gonna lie. If there's somebody who possibly might get away as far as nothing, bro, it would be D-Ski's lawyer. D-Ski lawyer basically dropped a bombshell that said D-Ski has literally, bullshit you not, had nothing to do with none of this. D-Ski just got shit told to pull up, and they talk about him pulling up to a bunch of places, and he was just hungry. He was a hungry OTF artist and all that. So basically, that's why he didn't have a mask, he didn't have a gun, he didn't have nothing. He don't got no text messages going against Quando Rondo or any of that shit. That doesn't exist. And then you had Brown Eyes, and basically his lawyer, his lawyer might destroy the murder for hire part of it, because he basically say, bro, no money was ever given before August 19th and after August 19th. David Lindsay, Brown Eyes, is not a rapper. He ain't in no goddamn videos. He ain't in no raps. He don't do any of that shit. Now, once again, I was not able to look at.
So maybe Brown Eyes did plead guilty. I don't know. We'll figure that shit out. Probably by the end of the day. But this is why I told y'all yesterday in a couple of days. Trap Lord Ross.
The opening statements.
That's why I say he don't need to be there. Listen to this shit.
Opening statements have now officially taken place in the Lil Durk trial. It's now officially day 3, and there was some very, very interesting updates. So the first thing I'm going to tell you guys about is the prosecution's opening statement. They started extremely strong, and I'm not going to lie, they had a bunch of evidence that they already showed simply in their opening statement that hadn't been seen before. They basically have made...
He said they started extremely strong. Now listen to this, because this don't sound extremely strong to me. But this is how he misleads. Because a lot of people just listen. They don't really, listen to comprehend. If he say it's strong, it's strong. But this shit sounds watered down. Next to nothing. Listen to him.
Yeah, very, very clear. This is all about King Von. It's all about revenge for Von, slide for Von. They showed still images of, the fight between Quando Rondo and Von that led to Von's death. They talked about, the plans to stalk Quando Rondo all across the country to try and kill him multiple times. They didn't show footage, but they showed still images that apparently showed the first time they tried to kill Quando Rondo.
They don't got footage, but they got still images. Still images. This is the federal government starting off strong. Per Trap Lord Ross.
All the way back in 2021 and that situation. So that was kind of interesting. They basically, from there, they went on to show multiple angles of the footage of the murder of Lil Pab. They actually did eventually later on during testimony, which I'll tell you more about in a minute, show full-blown 4K footage of the Lil Pab murder. Straight up 4K, you could see they had ski masks on, you could damn near see their eyes crystal clear. It was pretty tough evidence. But what was really
pretty tough evidence. 4 men with ski masks on. It's pretty tough evidence. This is why I say he don't need to be there, man. 4 masks with ski masks on. I don't understand how can that ever be evidence in anything. You can't see that fucking face. But I'm gonna let him continue.
shocking is they made it very clear OTF Jam was one of the shooters in the Lil Pap murder. He is willing to testify. He's killed multiple people, and he is now working with the government, and he is going to explain that he is one of Durk's hitmen. He was contracted to come out there and try and kill Quando Rondo that resulted in Lil Pap.
Now, you see what he just did? He said contracted. When there's proof that there's no money, nobody got paid. But I told y'all, his coverage is dangerous. It's biased. He's not going to. He's doing a horrible job already.
Death, and basically he is going to be working with the government. They also confirmed that Vonnie was basically Lil Durk's personal assistant. He was with him for everything, with him constantly, all kinds of stuff that they were doing, and he basically helped organize and orchestrate the whole thing while Lil Durk was chilling in a luxury property. One of the crazy things that they brought up during that was the fact that apparently the stolen car that they were using to slide around LA, the BMW that apparently Vonnie was driving, it had a tracker in it, and they tracked it to the murder, to the and back to the house that Durk was staying in. That was very, very bad. So
not very, very bad. Like, yo, what are you? Like, do you got proof that after Vonnie did all of that, he came back and him and Durk is on a recorded conversation where he told Durk, "Yeah, I just did that." And Durk's like, "Yeah, I appreciate you." Like, well, he don't know what strong evidence is. Like, all these guys, they go into the courthouse just chasing videos. Not actually to give nobody real good, solid breakdown of the information. Keep your opinion out of it, bro. Like, if you lack knowledge on that level, just report the facts. Let the people decide what's, let the people decide. But they don't do that, yo. They go up there and they give their take on shit, and their take isn't even credible because they never been in that situation. They don't know what's strong evidence and what's weak evidence and what's circumstantial and what's concrete. They don't know. That's strong evidence against Durk. That's strong evidence against Vonnie. That's what that is. That is strong evidence against Vonnie. What would make it strong evidence against Durk is if it's recorded. Where he go back into that house and he tells Durk, "I did that," and Durk give him 100,000. He'll say, "Yeah, he'll get it to the guy." That would have been strong evidence against Durk. But I don't know if the feds got that.
all of that really wasn't sounding too good. It was quite a lot of stuff, quite a lot of evidence, and we're really just at the tip of the iceberg with this stuff. So I would say that the prosecution's opening statement was very strong. They basically explained all the different people that they had helping them out. So they've basically got 3 trusted OTF lieutenants that are expected to take the stand.
3 trusted OTF lieutenants. Like, yo, get this nigga away from the court case, man. Somebody, god dang. Sometimes it's fucked up we live in a free world, man. For real. The world a little bit too free, man. Like, need to tighten up a little bit. But 3 trusted OTF lieutenants. See, yo, he think it's a game, y'all. I told y'all that's how he covers it. He cover like this a fucking video game. No, this shit real life, bro. With real life implications. Fucking 3 trusted OTF lieutenants. It's like a fucking agent.
The government have got a whole bunch of evidence. They've got footage, they've got lyrics, they've got music videos. They showed stills of some of the music videos that they're going to be showing, and it's a lot. It's a lot that they've got. So I feel like
listen to what he called a lot of evidence.
the defense's opening statement and is telling you it's a lot that they've got. So it basically got 3 trusted OTF lieutenants that are expected to take the stand. The government have got a whole bunch of evidence. They've got footage, they've got lyrics, they've got music videos. They showed stills of some of the music videos that they're going to be showing, and it's a lot. It's a lot. That
they got footage, they got lyrics, they got music videos, they got a lot of evidence. Yo, that's not a lot of evidence, right? Trap law, you know, hip hop story. That ain't a lot of evidence. Then they got eyewitnesses. Then they got somebody that then they got specifically that's gonna say, yo, when Dirk told me if I could run a run 100,000. And then they got that shit on wiretap. Then they got Dirk's cell phone text speaking about the murder. Like, oh, that is strong evidence. Like, you don't know what strong evidence is. That's why you don't need to be there. But he ain't done. Hold on. More of this shit.
It basically got 3 trusted OTF lieutenants that are expected to take the stand. Man, so the feds just revealed something about Lil Durk that had never been heard before. Now, there was all these rumors that Lil Durk was trying to flee the country when his homeboys started getting arrested. They're saying he tried to get on a private jet. He was booking all different kinds of flights and going on the run. He's denied this, but we now heard for the first time, allegedly, according to the prosecutors, this blew my mind. Not only was Lil Durk trying to flee the country before he could be charged in the murder for hire for Lil Pab, but apparently,
remember, y'all, this blew his mind. Yeah, listen to what he ready to say blew his mind. Like, this was mind, but he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe it, y'all. Listen to what he ready to say. He probably gonna think he ready to say something earth-shattering. Listen to what he ready to say.
This is crazy. They're saying that when he arrived to the Clearport, the private airport where he was trying to get on a private jet to flee the country, he said that he saw the FBI there and he tried to run from the FBI and escape the FBI at the airport. And then he said, when
Nigga, that's earth-shattering news. Yo, come on. Like, this shit gotta stop. It sounds like fucking dangerous and animal.
they finally closed him off and boxed him in and stopped him, bruh, they said that he refused to get out the car. They're saying Smug was holding himself, barricaded himself in the car. Basically, he wouldn't get out the car. He didn't want to get out for law enforcement. It was crazy. I never heard that before. It sounds to me like he was trying to get out of here. Obviously, the defense, they're claiming the other...
Is he charged with fleeing and eluding? Is that one of his charges? Is that even one of the overt acts? I know they mentioned it a lot. You know, and if that is, how much time do that even carry?
Side they're saying, no, you know, look, what was really interesting was when the defense addressed this, they didn't outright deny it. They said, look, he was looking to get out of the country. He wasn't going to run. He's internationally famous. He was just trying to get out of the way. I think they said specifically, the way they phrased it, they said, look, he wasn't trying to flee the feds. He was just trying to get some space. He was just trying to get some space. Apparently he was just trying to get some space when he went to the airport. Trying to get some space when he was trying to get some space from the feds to get away from them. He was trying to get some space when he refused to get out of the car when the feds boxed him in. So, hey, I think...
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Yo, his coverage is horrible. Let's see what I want to listen to.
I cannot believe what Lil Durk's defense is. We have just heard his defense make their opening statements, and I'm not going to lie, I'm absolutely floored. You know what they're trying to do? They're blaming it all on Vonnie. Now, I don't know if people are going to go as far as to say that...
You're absolutely floored by that. To me, that sounds like common sense. Vonnie already said he did it. Fuck, I agree. Fuck you mean? He already admitted it. All evidence points to Vonnie. Fuck it, Vonnie did it. Seemed like a smart defense to me. But he's floored behind this. Can't believe it.
He telling on Vonnie, but he basically is blaming everything on Vonnie. They're basically making this whole case. They showed the entire opening statement, right? Bear in mind that the prosecution, they showed various pictures, videos, still images of multiple attempts on Quando's life, the actual murder of Lil Pab, the footage of that, footage from Durk's videos, footage from apparently still images of them when they tried to kill Quando in Waycross, Georgia. It was a whole presentation. When the defense were up there, they basically showed only a couple pictures, and the one picture they showed the whole time was just a picture of Vonnie with King Von. They said it's all Vonnie.
Don't forget Vonnie, King Von, cousin too. King Von's cousin. I think if I was the defense team, I would hold that information to the end. I wouldn't reveal that to close the arguments.
He was King Von's cousin. He said his nickname was Cuz because he was King Von's cousin. His whole like.
I guess they released it already. I'd have did that in closing.
Identity. It was based around the fact that he was King Von's cousin, and he was the only one pushing the slide for Von. They're all literally directly pointing the finger at Vonnie, saying Vonnie did it. Vonnie's admitting to the government that he did it. He's turned snitch to try and save himself. Durk had nothing to do with it. They're saying that Vonnie had the most to gain by sliding for Von. They're saying that Vonnie was the guy that was driving the Hellcat away from the scene when King Von got shot. They're saying Vonnie tried to speed King Von to the hospital the day that he died. They down there said Vonnie was holding King Von and telling him he loved him before he took him to the hospital the last time they.
Yeah, Vonnie was traumatized. It hurt him that bad. He had to get back. He couldn't shake the image. That's how I would do it if I was a defense. He couldn't, in closing. He couldn't shake the image of King Von passing, man. It haunted him. He had to get back. So he could sleep at night.
The smoke. They basically said that it was Vonnie that has the motivation to slide. It was all Vonnie's idea. Vonnie was organising everything. Vonnie got the guns. Vonnie got the cars. Vonnie got the sliders. Vonnie got the killers. He did everything. And Durk did nothing. They're blaming it all on Vonnie. I couldn't believe it. Now look, I'm not sure what people are going to categorise this as. I mean, is it telling if...
Look, now he's trying... Now he's pushing the snitch narrative on him. Yo, get this nigga off my fucking... I'm done. I told y'all, see, these niggas don't know how court works. Yo, court get ugly. Court get ugly, man. Oh, shit. Right past my stop. Yeah, people don't know how court works. Shit get real in court, man. I mean, you already saying he did it. The fuck you mean? He did it. I'm agreeing. Fuck it. That'll get me out the situation. No, that's not snitching. It's not snitching. They didn't tell us to the detectives. This is a defense to some allegations. And he admitted that he did them to his goddamn self. So, he already, like, yo, he just a piece of shit, yo. I don't like nothing about him. Don't. I'm ready to let it play in it. When I figure out where I got this card.
somebody is already cooperating with the state against you? Is there such thing as reverse telling? Can you tell back? If somebody works with the state and tells on you, can you tell back? But basically, Durk and his team are making it very clear it was all Vonnie. He's saying it's all Vonnie. Apparently, when they arrested Vonnie, he was staying in a suite at a hotel in Chicago with his girlfriend. He said the cops busted into the suite and arrested him. And the defense is saying, oh, when the cops interviewed him, they basically said, you're the leader until you put someone else in charge. You're the one that was in charge of all of this. They were saying Vonnie and King Von go back decades. Their fathers were friends. Their dads just went back years. Vonnie was, doing personal shopping for King Von. They even said, yeah, Vonnie was so locked in with King Von, they had a shared bank account. He was managing all of his money. That was his closest guy. Bro, they even said, I don't know how true this is, but they said that when King Von died and he was in the car on the way to the hospital, he said to Vonnie, why did you let me get shot? Why didn't you do something? And they're saying that devastated Vonnie. He couldn't save King Von, and basically he planned to slide for Von that night. Nothing, they said Durk didn't do nothing, it was all Vonnie. I don't know if that's going to be believed, but that's the defense. It's insane. I cannot believe what Lil Durk's defense is. We have just heard his defense make their opening statements, and I'm not going to lie, I'm absolutely floored. You know what they're trying to do? They're blaming it all on Vonnie. Now, I don't know if people are going to go as far as to say that he's telling on Vonnie, but he basically is blaming everything on Vonnie. They're basically making this whole case. They shot.
Yo, the niggas said, is this...
You're just going to go ahead and back out, or where do you need to go? Forward, back?
I'm ready to move, bro.
No, I'll watch the street for you.
No, I'm waiting. He gonna move that truck, that Kia right there, that blue Kia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just watch him coming down the hill.
All right, thanks.
You roll up and I'll get out of the way.
All right.
All right, be safe out there.
You too. But yeah, he already pushing a false narrative. Talking about some fucking reverse talent. What are you talking about? Motherfucker works talent. I keep telling y'all, yo. See, motherfuckers don't be knowing how court work. Keep telling y'all how that shit go. This guy trying to get out. Yeah, I keep telling you how it should go, man. Nothing, the Durk defense team. Well, Vonnie already played guilty anyway. But even if he didn't plead guilty, nothing his defense team is saying. It's considered Durk snitching. It's not what that is. How the fuck can I even get right here? Oh, no. Yeah, that's not Durk snitching. That's a good lawyer trying to get their client off. That's what that is.
Man, so the feds just revealed something about
Trevor Ross a bozo. Need to mind fucking thing. Get the fuck out of black people. Issue. How can I get right here, man? Tight spot. It'd be better if I turned around. I'm gonna turn around. That'll make more sense. That would make more sense.
my mind. Not only was Lil Durk trying to flee the country before he could be charged in the murder for hire.
Yeah, I just wanted to show y'all how biased his coverage is. Like, this coverage is biased as a bitch. Like, god damn, bro. Like, what Durk do? Like, he act like Durk did something to him specific. Like, fuck Durk do to you, bro? Must have fucked one of his. He must have fucking Instagram model that trapped over all his life. Probably something. You don't only just see this that much hate from a person for no reason. God damn. Now he got a lot of hate towards Lord Durk. Like, what'd he do to y'all? Do anybody know what Durk did to Trapper Ross for him to want him in jail so bad? Shit crazy. Try to put some snitch narrative on him. Lying about what's strong evidence versus what's weak. Folks said they had a very, very strong evidence. They got lyrics. They got rap songs. They got still images. Like, nigga, what? Nigga, if I was on trial for murder and that's all they had on me, I like my chances. I ain't gonna lie. And a witness that had 30, 27 untaped recorded interviews. Oh yeah. I mean untaped interviews. Oh yeah, I like my chances. Fuck that. That's a case where you fight. Like when I was in a joint and niggas used to ask me, yo, you think I should fight this case with cop out? If they told me that was their case, well, I would never tell them what to do. But in my mind, if that was my case, I'd be like, yeah, I'd fight that. I would fight that. If you want my honest opinion. Oh shit. God damn it. Not even enough space right here, bro. Yeah, my bad. I would fight that. Straight up. You know, because some cases ain't worth fighting. Ain't bro. This is hard. I ain't got no space. I want me to put the car right here. I ain't got no space up here. wanted to update y'all with some of the narrative that's being spent when it comes out of the dirt trial. Where I would stay away from Traveler Ross. There's gonna be probably some better people covering it. I would stay away from Traveler Ross saying such that. Saying that look like he don't know what the fuck he don't know what he's doing. Traveler Ross is biased. You know, that's why a lot of times people take this information from these trials, right? And at the end of the trial, they be like, he's guilty, guilty. And then they get found not guilty, they be surprised and shocked. It's because who you getting your information from? You're not getting your information from nobody that know about criminal cases. So they had you thinking some shit that ain't true. Yeah, they had you thinking some shit that ain't true. I think I can get this right here. What y'all think? Can I get this right here? It's gonna be kind of out the street though. Shit, I'll probably get it like right here. It'll be good enough. No, we just breaking down, you know, some of the early coverage of dirt cases. Look like to me, Vonnie. All the evidence point to Vonnie. That's what it looked like. It looks like all evidence point to Vonnie. So Trench's News police says right when he was wearing them Vonnie did his shirt. That's what like all evidence point to. Remember when I told y'all when they was talking that co-conspirator 1 and 2 and 3, and I was like, yo, that mean everybody thought those co-conspirators was different people. And I'm like, nah, y'all, they just using certain names at certain times. And sometimes they call them Grant, sometimes they'd be co-conspirator 3. Remember I was saying that? Y'all don't remember that? I know somebody remember. But the whole internet was saying it was all these different fucking people. Had me thinking I was wrong for a minute. I started questioning myself. But if you remember when we first read that paperwork, when the case first happened, that's what I was saying. I thought somebody was behind me. Man, what it is. But I gotta drive this car, y'all. I'm just saying, be careful where you get your information from, man. And I'm out.